Hi, this is Lee, and thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. Now, today we'll be looking at the General Guangong or Kuan. Forgive me if I've not pronounced it right. I've heard it both ways. He lived around 2,000 years ago in China, and he was a famous general serving under the warlord Liu Bei during the late Eastern Han Dynasty of China. He's considered a legend amongst Chinese, and his tales of awesomeness have spread around most of Asia. But he's relatively unknown to the rest of the world. Though with the internet this is changing, I guess, so more people are finding out. His virtues were of honour, integrity, loyalty, justice, strength, courage. He's revered and worshipped by many. I remember when I was a young boy training in Kung Fu, my teacher, he would have a whole shrine to him where he would place fresh fruit and burning incense. And basically when we would walk in, we would all bow to him. That was in the training area. He'd be up high, so we could all see him, and he looked over everyone, And my teacher would tell us stories about him regarding his loyalty and how he didn't care for material things. He placed value on friendship, sentiments, brotherhood, and he was very strict on keeping promises. I remember being told a story about how he left a huge room full of gold that was given to him by a warlord called, well, it's written Cao, C-A-O, but actually pronounced Cao Cao, for services he provided. And he left so that he could be by the side of Liu Bei, the famous general that he served. Ultimately, he was a warrior who fought for peace. His allegiance to Liu Bei was because they both shared the same ideals, which was to restore peace to all the land. Because of his loyalty in protecting the people and his great war achievements, he's depicted in places of authority that serve the public, such as police stations and governments. He was deified around 581 and he's still worshipped today. In the Buddhist tradition, he is worshipped as a Bodhisattva, if I pronounce that right, which basically means enlightened one. In Taoism, he is embodied as a guardian deity, and also he is held in high esteem with Confucianism. Although he was a magnificent warrior, and a brilliant leader and tactician, it would be out of place really to call him a god of war, as some do in the West, I guess. So let's look at him and see, what can you get out of having him? I mean, what can he do for you? Whether you have a business or you just wish to place him in your home, Kuan Gong, his presence protects and helps overcome competition. He attracts wealth, and he protects it as well. Now, also because he was a protector of people and he fought hard to bring peace, he's awesome for helping bring good health, balance and peace into your home and your business. He's very suitable for people who are going through a hard time, and the two best images of him would be one in the standing position, as you can see here. So in the standing position, he represents courage, a solid stance, as you can see, sort of holding it together in the midst of hard times. In the second, which I don't have, is him on horseback, and this represents speed and swiftness, which are solutions most wanted in difficult situations. Not to mention the horse that he would ride on is a creature of nobility, and in Feng Shui it's generally used for overcoming competition. Also, it is said that the more fierce he looks, the better. So as you can see by his face here, he sort of looks more stern, it's not as fierce looking, but if you can find him more fierce looking, it is better. And the reason for this is because the expression of violence that he has on his face, this eliminates negative chi or killing breath. Basically, say anyone enters into your property or premises, your business or home with evil, negative intentions, his expression basically cancels that out. Okay, so this is something to take note of if you're looking to buy him. Now, placement. I mean, the general should not ever be placed on the floor, okay, or in areas that are disrespectful. So don't go put him in your toilet or your bathroom, and don't put him in your bedroom or really in your kitchen, okay. He's best probably put in a place of the hallway as people enter into the house, or into the lounge room or lounge area, sort of overlooking everyone, okay. He should be displayed up high and above eye level, so do not place him, at eye level or below. And in the home, the general is most effective when displayed in the northwest area, okay, or in the northwest corner, should I say. But really, this is not, if it's not an option for you, placing him up high or, facing him, getting him to face the door is also fine. Personally, I have him in the east of my home. He's in my office, home office, facing the door and watching my back. So he's behind me and he's up high. For business, you don't need to place the general in the corner. Just make sure that he's facing the entrance of your business. This will help to guard you from theft and protect you from competitors. What else? And that's really about it, I guess. So all in all, he's I'll just rotate him a little bit around so you can sort of get a look of him. He is quite heavy. There are different versions of him you can find. There are versions where he's much lighter. This is a very, very heavy bronze. There's a hole there, but this is very heavy bronze. And you might be able to see some coins. This is just something I've done myself. I had just some coins and hung them off the back. Thought it looks cool. There's no actual significance to it. I just was felt and moved to do that, and I did. His sword does slide in and out, as you can see, or his weapon, and has awesome detail as well, as you can see here. I brought this from a Feng Shui store and I paid quite a good price for him, and when I mean good, it was good for the actual store owner, not me. But if you look around on the internet, there are places that sell him. At the end of the day, you just want to, like I said, make sure he's got a fierce looking, so you can get him looking more mean. Sometimes he comes in red, and it's quite an interesting story as why his face, sorry, not in red, his face is red with a black beard. And there's an interesting story about why his face was red. I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that there was some high official that was raping a young girl in the village, and they said either his face went red with rage before he killed the person who was trying to rape the child, or he had killed the person and then his face went red, which helped him to escape and get out of the village. Now, I'm not sure which way it was or around, but, and as you can see, this is a protector. This is a person who was for the people. Even though he was a fierce warrior, he was all about protecting the people, basically. So he's just an awesome statue to have, great to get, worth having. Now, that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions, please comment and I'll get back to you. If you know anything more than I do about him, please share. I would love to hear more stories, especially things I don't know about him, and even things that I do know that might be a bit different, a different way you may have heard it. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry, I did my best. And if you wish to see future videos that I'll be making, please subscribe. Also, for more Feng Shui info, you can go to my website at fengshui.com. It's one word, Feng Shui, one word, altogether.com. And look, be blessed, be happy, be prosperous, and until we meet again, this is Lee. Thanks for watching.